Hello and welcome, my name is Nilaus and this is the very first real episode of our Season 5 Let's Play campaign of Factorio with Yuoki Industries. As I said in the prologue, which I hope you've viewed, since I actually put a lot of effort into it, and I think it shows what I want to achieve in this run. Well, since I said it would be a slightly different way of doing it, I have already cheated a bit, like a chef on TV. So what I have done is set up the basics, because this is the same no matter what. So let's just review what I've done before we dive into this episode. So I will be using my city block structure, and I've already marked out this is a city block. This will be dedicated to science. I have sort of a basic setup. You can say this is a small bus with just the stuff that I need for now here. They are just cracking along, and then I take it down here to another city block, which will be a smelting city block, where I have set up sort of a basic setup. I like this setup very, very much. I saw it first my Roomba, of course, and basically what it does, it uses these undergrounds to filter so that only the top lane goes in, the lower lane does not go into it, and that means you can make sort of a very nice structure here for the steel construction. That's the third city block that we have. See, we have the roads will be here where I have the power poles. We have this is the area where I'm allowed to harvest. If we look at the map, I have landed in Africa. This is the world. Maybe I should have started with this. This is the world we landed on. It's full of biters, and we've landed here in the central Africa. The pollution is already stretching extremely far out. This forest here is blocking it, but I've been clearing out, and once it hits up here, I'm going to be constantly tormented. So I need to take them out relatively soon. So the minerals I'm allowed to harvest is this patch, that copper, this iron. Then there are some small deposits of stone here and there, and that one. That's it. That should carry me until I become self-sufficient. I have these 8, actually 9 I can see, oil deposits. That's very nice. I'll probably also be using those. Let's just start working on something that we need here. Let's work on oil, even though it's not really relevant at this point. Alright, so that's the status of the game. This is basically, no matter if I play Yuoki Industries or not, this is how we start. So let's dive into the objective of this mission. Well, since this is Yuoki Industries, if you are at all familiar with Yuoki Industries, you know that there are 2 special materials part of the Yuoki Industries. They are called... Why are they not here? Oh, of course, I can create them. Oh yeah, I can't see the... Yeah, I could do that. There are 2 minerals, green stuff and blue stuff, raw minerals. And look at the map, they are not here. So basically I have to do Yuoki Industries without having Yuki ores available. And that's one of the key challenges. So what I've done is this is a lane, and then I have a city block down here, where I will be working this time around. What I need to do is I have to find a way to generate Yuoki Industries material without having it. And there we have some special things here. See, here we have this is the N4, the blue stuff. That can be crushed. Once it's crushed, it can be made into pellets, and once it's pellets, it can make it into the regular N4. And each of these components, like the crushed, the pellets, and the final form, they are needed for more of the advanced stuff. So, but one of the key points of one of the really cool parts about Yuoki Industries is this part, the Unicomp. So Unicomp is a special material that can be transformed using this device into anything else. So my objective right now is getting a Simoto reconstructor, because I can put Unicomp in and get whatever I like out, whatever base material out. Let's have a look at, here are the recipes. I can basically take coal and make it into Unicomp. I can make all the other components into Unicomp, or I can reverse it and bring them back out. That means if I have excess of coal, I can take coal, make it into Unicomp, and then make it back out into my green stuff. That is how it works. All that is something for later. And that's going to be how I fuel the entirety of this factory. However, in order to create the first step is this motor reconstructor. I need an assembly machine, I have those. I need a crusher and a form press. A crusher is used to crush materials, obviously, and the form press is used to pressing it back into form. And then I need an alien fuel cell. The alien fuel cell is going to be the issue. I cannot create this because this needs charged FC, the green stuff, and Duratal, the blue stuff. So it seems that I cannot get this loop started, but I found a way. I found a sneaky way. And that is actually, if I do this part, I can do purified iron and purified copper in a washer. So let's start making some washers. While I'd explain, that's 4 washers. That's 5 washers. We'll make more. I just need to get some more stuff here. What? Oh, it's actually consuming all of it. Wow. Also here? Ah, it's also consuming there. There you go. There, we need a lot of that. Right, so onwards. This will generate, oh, thank you for the disruption. This one, no, where are we? Will generate that blue drop is contaminated water. The contaminated water I can put into a form press, take a lot of contaminated water and make it into some mud, some wet contaminated mud and some toxic dust. Toxic dust is something I can use to make sulfur later on. Then I can take the contaminated mud and actually make it into the crushed blue stuff and the crushed green stuff. It's a very long process, and you can see I need 28 or 48 to get even 4, and then I need again 40 to just get 1 of each. However, and then once I have this, these crushed, I need 3 crushed for 1 of these, and then 3 more for 1 of these, and that's just to create 1 of these fuel cells. And I need 3 fuel cells. But once I have that, I can actually start transforming some of my materials into the Unicom stuff. Basically, that's what I want to do. So instead of here piping iron in, I'm going to start up with the steel line up here. Then I will actually start, where are my washers? I'll do this. This is going to be the design. I think this is going to work. No, that's not going to work like this. It's going to be like this. Here. Where the hell did they go? There they are. Right, so basically what I need to do is I need to figure out. Here, you're going to make iron. And these require water in and get this polluted stuff out. And that again means that we need to build a lot of these. And I also need one more pump. Do I already have? Yes, I do have some. So I think I will be piping all of these since I'll be having them here, right? I think. Yeah. This will be where I get the water from. And then I'll be building this one up here. Okay. It's looking pretty good. What else can we do? We can do the materials here. Let's get that up and running. Get some lights. And I will also need, so they'll basically be exporting. And so this one basically takes iron and water, and then that should be good to go. However, we need the water at this point. I will also, once I've built all of this, I will start building, because I need some crushers and I need some form press. Ooh, I need steel. Wow, that's actually, did not foresee that, but that's pretty good. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a few of that. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so that's just created for later on. Let's get this one up. Here. And then of course we also, whoa, I don't want shotgun shooting speed at this point. I want, let's get this one. From here, also need to get these water connected. These water connected, great. Right, so now they have the water coming in. They are getting this one coming out here. Oops, not there yet. And then we drag this one out towards the sea. That's going to be a walking path, so oof, that's really well timed. And we got water. Good thing that's not using power. Here we go. See, now we got some purified iron. Let's have a look at the purified iron. Basically, I take 5 iron ore and make 3 purified iron. But each purified iron becomes 2 iron ores. 2 iron plates, which is nice. Yep. So this is already solved, except that this one is now already blocked, and that's where we need to bring up the next part. Is how was it? I need this little crusher. This one crusher is going to be taking all of this junk here. I think I like to send different. I think I'll do this one because I'm expecting that it will be more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. So this one is powered by is fuel powered, and that gives 2 things out. And right, so I think this is the way to do it, because right now I put everything into chests because it's only one part of it I need. See, I need this part, the contaminated. So that will be extracted into the next part, which will here, we'll take the mud and make it, no, it's this one, here. And that will again put it into a single chest. Actually, I think I will do it differently. I think I'll have this one just supply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should be up and running, and I think this will be a great way. 1, 2, here, and yeah, like this. Also get a lamp up here so we know it looks nice. These are lamps, the tiny lamps. They don't give very much light off, but they are very cheap to make compared to the normal lights. Give a bit more light, but then it needs electronic circuit. I think that's a bit too much to do. So you can see here what's going on. This one will, the toxic dust will stay here because that will not be imported in here, and this will gradually just grab stuff in. We can see this one is pumping a lot and this one is waiting. So this can easily carry in more. Excellent. See, now we have it, and these are working. See, one goes in and 32. Excellent. That also speeds it up. Now let's do that one more time. And this time we'll do it for copper. I think I'll actually bring it up instead. There's just room here to bring it along the lines. And this will then gradually, I mean, I haven't even created a single one of these yet. But that's the challenge of it. Onwards, and it has to be hitting exactly this one. No, not like that yet. We're gonna have to remove it once that comes along. And we brought some more washers. 1, 2, 3, 4 washers. I think this is like the simplest way of doing it, and I kind of like it. And let's get closer. Okay, does it hit? It hits fine, that's fine. And I need to create more of these, as always. So the water comes in from here. Oh, we need a hell of a lot more of those. And more of these afterwards. Let's get the power supply up and running as well. I can't really figure out if that's gonna work. I think here and here will work, and then they just hook it up like so. And some lights. I can't figure out where those lights are going to be. Okay. There, here, get up here. Almost. It's fine. And for water, like this. And we need a lot of 1, 2, 1, 2, there, there. Also bring it in. Do we have it? Yes, we got water coming in. Then we need some more of this. Okay. Right, we'll start again, like so. And then in the meantime, the copper is halted. Yeah, I even still have some of this junk. But that's because the copper is not being used very much, or basically that I have too much copper coming in. And here, 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 here. Now we got the copper outbound. This one's looking very nice. And then it's the last one we fix. It's gonna be fixed here. I still have 4 of those. I will drag this one. Oops. This is actually going to be a problem. I'll do it for now because I want to empty this lane. And let's drag it like this. There. And again, something along those lines. And we'll have, it needs to go up to that one still. And I think the water supply can keep up with all of this as well. I think so. Let's get to it closer. Do we have what we need? Yes, we do. And I want to make sure that they are as identical as possible so that the errors are the same. And hopefully with all of this taken care of, I can, oops, we need more of these. Here, more up, like this. And water wise, I'll do it like this here instead. Okay. I don't need that many. I need more of these done. And I want to get rid of that. Power supply. Here. Power, power. Also move the power. Still don't want those. I need these high powered because they will be enabling me to make some better city squares, which I'll do for the next time. Let's get the power boards up, lights up here, and we are now, I'll just build this like this. I don't know if that's a good idea. It probably is not a good idea because it'll prevent me from running by. Actually, I think that's exactly the reason why I don't do that. And I'll build it from here, then I can at least run by. Like so. And that one goes up. Like that. Is this one then full at all times? No, it's not actually full, but I have an issue with the speed that it can unload with. That's a problem. We can solve that quite easily. Like so. We have some stuff. Is it working? Yes, it is working. And now it's the time to hook it up. No, let's start by hooking it up. This is pretty good. Pretty good indeed. So what we've done now is we've now, by We've increased the yield by 20%, which is extremely important for me as well, is also to increase the yield of what I do, because I'm not going to get this yield back anyway. I don't think this is a good idea to have both at the same time. So I think I'll just take all the old stuff out of the way. Here we are. That is now completely pure. This one goes in here, and we can see these. I have to make sure that's, for example, this one that's an issue. That's an issue. I mean, it's going to be like 50% chance of this happening. Okay, I guess I can't do that until it's completely empty here. What about up here? They are all, except this one, is stuck. Great. Why are you... Okay, you're still stuck like that. There's a tiny bit left up there. Now what? Okay, now it's doing the right thing, but it's still strange that we have that teeny tiny thing here. Alright, that's pretty damn good, I'd say. Okay, there's still a problem down here. Let's get rid of all of this by now. Excellent. Now, next up is to start using this. I still don't have enough. I don't have nowhere near enough, but it's still it's the right idea. Is this one? No, it's not full. It's not by full capacity yet, so I can actually... And I might just want to add a few more since it's backed up here. This one, for example, I should probably add 2 more washers so we can get more throughput, even though just this transition increases the yield, as I said, by 20%. Alright, let's have a go at this part. Can I handcraft this? I don't even know if I can. No, I cannot. Pellets, they go into crushers, so let's build some crushers. 1, 2, 3. Like this. Then we'll build a short lane up here, where we're going to start by putting stuff in, obviously. Here. That will get the crushed in, and the crushed will become pellets, and the pellets will go into a chest. I still don't want that. I much rather want anything else. These processes are going to be more efficient, so I definitely want those instead. Now, I think we can actually just barely make this one for the remainder of this episode. Okay, I don't want this. This one will then make N4, and I'm going to replicate this setup right next to it with some distance. That distance between is very important, because that's the distance where I put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3. These are going to be fed from here. Like so. Oops, that's incorrect. This is the normal process. So I take my stuff in here. Actually I think it could be done better than that. And I in this case I prefer hand carrying it. And here we put in that and that. And then let's fire up some. There. Now that works. Let's get some lights. So let's talk about what happens here. This is making, and this is why there has to be like a middle one, because it also produces slag. Slag is something I can use later on for building nice underlay here. But for now, yes, we got one of these. And let's have a look at if I grab them. And that means I can now make my very first alien fuel cell. Look at this, 300 megajoules of fuel energy. That is a lot. It takes a while to create, But I need 3 of these. You can see these ones are being produced a bit faster. Okay. Let's see, this one, what about you? You're not even creating a single one yet. Because this is interesting here. This one requires 3 times 3, so 9 raw for one end. While here, it's only 2, and it's only 2. However, these are the blue stuff is used mainly for advanced production, and the green stuff is used also for some fuel cells like this one, for example. These are mixed solid fuel cells. You use a lot of crushed. That's a really good way of feeding. Also, batteries use a lot of crushed green stuff as well. So generally speaking, it will be the blue stuff that I'm running out of on the short term. But this enabled me to move on. So let's recap what we've done. What we've done is we've increased the yield of iron and copper by 20%, and at the same time we started the process of generating Yuki materials out of thin air, or out of waste material, wastewater. And then we are started. And the next part is that I will build a Simota constructor. We are almost able to do that. It'll just take a bit of running of this factory for a bit. And next time we will come back and we'll start looking at feeding that. I'll scale up some things in the meantime, like putting a few more washers in and getting some more raw materials so we can dive into the next part there. So thank you very much for joining, and I hope you enjoyed this very first episode where we did the first Yuoki Industries. And I will see you next time. Cheers. Bye.